Hello everybody, I am BroncoJuggalo of BroncoJuggalo Talks Movies, and welcome to a brand new Saturday. This is Body Bags.
Body Bags, where horror lies.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, I am here to be your brand new Saturday host. I'll be coming to you every Saturday here on Body Bags with a brand new review. This week is a theme week, and we are doing horror war films. And the film that I have chosen is a film from the Asylum. We are going to be talking Nazis at the Center of the Earth. Released in 2012 and directed by Joe Lawson, starring Dominique Swain as Dr. Paige Morgan, and Jake Busey as Dr. Adrian Reichstad, and playing Dr. Miguel, the Nazi angel of death himself from the history books, is Christopher Carl Anderson. At the end of World War II, a group of Nazis led by Dr. Miguel escape to the center of the earth. Believe it or not, they actually make it. And they find a world there. There is a world in the middle of the earth. Now, all these years later, in modern times, a group of Antarctic explorers stumble across our Nazi fugitives, who are planning for the return of the Third Reich. But there's something quite off about these Nazis. They're not exactly real human anymore. Their bodies have been decaying over time. They have no women. They have no way to reproduce. They have been using science and surgery of an immense nature to replace body parts by taking body parts of people they would kidnap, people that would come to the Antarctic to explore, while they make ready their master plan to unleash hell on Earth. Now, this movie was also released in the UK under the name of Bloodstorm. For those of you out there who are familiar with the Asylum and their films, you will understand and know that the CGI from the Asylum is not always top quality. It is a B-movie studio. Sometimes the CGI is good and sometimes it is not good. Sometimes it is very bad. Very, very, very bad. For those of you that are not familiar, just know that the CGI in any Asylum film is hit or miss. I usually go right into pros and cons after I tell you what I thought of the movie. I have heard a lot of negatives about this film, but I gotta tell you, I had a blast with this movie. This movie was pure, fun entertainment. I only have one con for this film, and that is some of the CGI. And that it's not so much because it's wonky, because I expect that with these films. It's that there was some unnecessary CGI. There is a scene in the beginning of this film where the Nazis are loading a plane. And they're on an airfield with an actual plane. There is a plane there. But yet, to load the plane, they used CGI real quick in just a quick flash to have two guys walking the item into the plane. First off, it didn't look very good. But honestly, it just wasn't needed. They could have just had the two actors loaded into the plane and that would have been fine. I do not understand the use of CGI in that moment. It was completely unnecessary. And there's a couple other parts where that kind of happens in this film. Now then, let's get to the pros. Let's get to the fun parts of this movie. This movie was fun. That's the first thing I want to say about it. The second thing is the humor was good. It wasn't too crazy over the top, but it wasn't too far below either. The humor was just the right amount of silly and just the right amount of seriousness. This movie plays as a serious horror film for quite a while. It isn't until the end that it gets a bit silly. But, that being said, it was an enjoyable ride the entire way through. The acting in this movie is not bad. Dominique Swain and Jake Busey are pretty good actors, and the rest of the cast is pretty good themselves. I did have fun watching these actors. The gore in this movie and the gore effects were done with practical effects, and they did look great. It was on point. Good work on the special makeup effects and practical effects of this film. There was some gross stuff. There was some good gory stuff. It was a blast. And I specifically want to point out, towards the beginning of the film, there is this great face rip where the main doctor, the angel of death himself, just rips the face off of a person. And it was fucking cool. It looked great. And you really bought that he ripped this guy's face off. I really did enjoy that aspect. I have to say that I love the fact that the German was accurate. I myself have lived in Germany. I lived there for 7 years. And I picked up quite a bit of German. The German in this film was accurate. I could follow it without the subtitles for the most part. And it's not German throughout the whole film. It's here and there. This is a German and American languaged film. There is subtitles for the German parts, so you don't have to worry about that. And it was done well. They got the words right, and I'm very happy with that. A lot of time in translations for subtitles, they fuck it up. They did a good job with this one. Under Earth, the center of the Earth, the environment looked great. The buildings looked cool. Yes, you could tell it was kind of a matte painting kind of deal, but it looked really nice. I really did think that they paid a good attention to the details, and they made it not just serviceable, but pleasing to look at. Guys, I don't want to give every part of this movie away, but I cannot walk away from this review without mentioning Robot Hitler. You'll see what I mean when you get to it. The CGI on it is kind of whatever, but it is fucking funny. It is really entertaining, and I just really enjoyed Robot Hitler. No, I am not in any shape, form, or way a Nazi or anybody that sympathizes with that. I'm talking about that in this portrayal, it was fucking hilarious. And, of course, the good guys win, so be happy with that. Guys, overall, I actually recommend Nazis at the Center of the Earth, which is quite surprising. Most of the Asylum films that I've seen are very hit or miss. There's some good ones, there's some bad ones. This was a fun one, guys. I enjoyed it. It gets crap reviews from everybody. I don't think it deserves them. Check out Nazis at the Center of the Earth if you have not already. It was a fun ride. I am BroncoJuggalo. BroncoJuggalo Talks Movies. I would like to invite everybody to come and check out my channel, check out my Teespring store, check out my Patreon, and just enjoy the ride. I will be back next Saturday with another review here on Body Bags. Peace. Thank you.